My name is Jeff Getty. I'm running for Kalamazoo County Prosecuting Attorney. And in order to know why I'm running, it's important that you first know just a little bit about me. I'm the oldest of 5 kids. I grew up here in West Michigan. My father's an iron worker. My mother stayed at home. I grew up in a middle-class home with middle-class values, where we were taught the words integrity, responsibility, accountability, toughness, fairness, and to stand up for what is right. And it wasn't just words, it was values that were instilled in us. And that's why I'm running for prosecuting attorney. Because what I see in the prosecuting attorney's office is a lack of responsibility to those values.
My name is Pierangeli. I'm currently an assistant prosecuting attorney in the Kalamazoo County Prosecutor's Office. When I was at Western Michigan University, I heard a gentleman speak, and that man was Jim Greger. And he talked about what it was like to be an assistant prosecutor and what they do in the office. And I was hooked. That's what I wanted to do for the rest of my career. And I decided to go to law school to become a prosecuting attorney. I've been with the office for 15 years. My wife and I wanted to come back to the Kalamazoo area after I got out of law school, and I've been blessed to work in this office. We have a good office with a great excellence reputation in our community. What we have is 3 divisions in our office: family court, circuit court, and district court. And I've been honored to work in all 3 of them. I have fought for the victims, I've held their hands after trial, I've worked with them through the trial, and I've shed tears with them after the trials. We have a high conviction rate, we have a high pleader to charge rate. We have a dedicated staff of attorneys. We have been a pleader to charge office because that holds victims, it gets the victims what they need, and it holds criminals accountable, especially violent offenders. I will continue that if elected on November 6th.
Do either of you have experience investigating crimes?
While I was an assistant prosecutor, I enjoyed several special assignments. I was handpicked by then prosecutor Jim Greger. One of those special assignments was to do an investigative grand jury with another assistant prosecutor. We did multi-state drug trafficking cases, including methamphetamine cases, one of which took us all the way to a defendant in California. We investigated cold case homicides, including a drug-related murder on the north side. But we did question the witnesses. We did assist in those investigations. And that's something that's very uncommon.
Mr. Franklin?
Lucky for me, I was one of the people that got to work on a cold case murder and do investigative subpoenas, so I guess we're kind of equal in that aspect. A lot of times prosecutors, they're not investigation agencies, but what we do is we work with the police departments on things. I was honored to work for almost 2 years working on child CSCs, as child criminal sexual conducts. With regards to the cold case homicide, I've been involved in investigative subpoena powers. I've used them. They are effective at times. They are rarely used. Mr. Getting's correct. It's a rare thing to do, but I've been honored to be able to do those because it is such such an important thing we do in our community. But again, it's a rare time to do it, but I do have the experience with the investigative subpoenas and investigating with the detectives on cases.
What are your leadership roles in the legal community? What legal experience do you have outside of the prosecutor's office that qualifies you to be prosecutor?
My leadership experience outside of the office is many. I've worked with the Habitat for Humanity. I'm currently the president. With regards to other leadership skills, I've been the elected official for the Portage District Library, and I served as the chair, served on the board for 4 years, the chair of the last 2. In the legal community, what I've done is I'm a member of the Bar Association, and what I've also done is the leadership I've done in our office. See, there's a book that was out years ago that says you don't need a title to be a leader. But what I found is that you don't wait for someone to anoint you a leader. You are either one or you are not. And that's something that I've been doing in the office, and that's the reputation I have in the office. So many people in the office, numerous team leaders, chief assistant, all the way down to some of our newest employees, they urged me to run for this office. Why? Because they told me, you're the type of leader we want in our office. These are people with 20 plus years experience urging me to do this. I've had members of law enforcement, police officers, not only encouraging me to run for this office, but supporting me in that run. By going door to door with me and saying, we've seen the way you work with the police agencies, we've seen the way you work with people. That is leadership. The best compliment I got was from a defense attorney who said to me, I'm going to support you because I've seen the way you talk to judges is the exact same way you talk to a defendant representing himself. You don't have any errors about you. That's leadership. You treat people with respect. You don't get leadership from a title. I will be a leader today. I will be a leader after this election, no matter what happens. Because that's what this community needs. People that will lead others. And you lead them by treating them with respect and dignity and doing what's best for not only the office, but what's best for the community. And that's what I've done for the past 15 years when I'm fighting for these victims of crimes, whether they're children or the elderly. That's leadership, not a title. It's what you've done and who you are is leadership.
What leadership roles have I had in Kalamazoo County? Well, I'm not just a member of the Kalamazoo, or was not just a member of the Kalamazoo County Bar Association. I was on the board of directors. I'm not just a member of the Kalamazoo County Trial Lawyers Association. I'm a former office holder for that organization. There was a organization that now no longer meets, the Kalamazoo KJIMS, Justice Information Management System. I was a member of that. The Kalamazoo Criminal Justice Council, I am a member of that. The Attorney Discipline Board has hearing panels that holds other lawyers accountable when they violate the rules of professional ethics. I sit on those boards and make decisions about whether lawyers have violated the rules and what their consequences to them should be.
What I've done in our office is show leadership through the way I've acted and with the caseload that I've covered. I've also done that outside the office. But to simply say, well, I'm a member of this group or that group for either opponent, that's something for the voters to decide. But leadership shows what you are as a person. And I believe I have the traits that are necessary to be the next prosecutor. I've been in other counties as a special prosecutor. Through the Prosecuting Attorneys Association of Michigan, I've worked with other prosecutors in other counties. We regularly have contact. I know what's going on in other counties as a prosecutor.
Thank you.